celebrate Black History Month, and I think this goes often unspoken. We just take it in. The reason why Black History Month is important isn't because we were born the descendants of people from Africa. Because they don't have Black History Month in other countries in the world, even though there are Black people there. We have Black History Month here because we celebrate, recognize, embrace, and affirm the Black freedom struggle in the United States of America. That's why we have Black History Month.
When I think about harmony, I'm really thinking about solidarity. And the fact that we need solidarity between our institutions, between our communities, in order to advance a real racial justice agenda. And thank you. The architects of the Black Freedom Fund had those two things in mind as well when they came together during the racial reckoning to really grapple with what was happening in the streets and try to get philanthropy to do something different. Community leaders like Anthony Thigpen, Casey Patterson, Ben McBride, some of these are LA legends who y'all know. They came to the table with funders like Joanna and Miguel and said, we need an institution that's going to transform the relationship between philanthropy and the Black community. Because what we know to be true, and we've seen it time and time again in LA, but also all over the country, when there is a crisis, there is a wave of support. And when the cameras turn away, so does that support. So there's an expectation that Black people kind of keep institutions alive, thriving, doing well, absent sustained investment. And we're saying no. If we actually want to accomplish the things that you say you want to do as well, because remember, philanthropy is for the greater good of society, then we must have a commitment that is real, that is tangible, that is long-term. And the Freedom Fund was born with that in mind, with that spirit in mind, recognizing that we need an entity that is going to stay committed to the Black community, and we need an entity that is going to hold philanthropy's feet to the fire, that is going to continue to agitate in the space, that is going to continue to shine a light on the issues and the challenges and the opportunities and the solutions that exist in the Black community. That's what the Freedom Fund is doing. And we talk about investing in power building. And I know for some people that's kind of a obtuse concept. It's like, what is that? Well, it really is all about getting more of us involved in shaping our future. Simple. It's a simple concept.
So those of you who know Mark think that he lives here, because I tell Mark, I see you at everything. And I've been trying to convince him to actually get an apartment in LA. Yeah, but it is true that I insisted that the Black Freedom Fund that's based in Silicon Valley Community Foundation have an LA home. The majority of the Black community in California lives on this side. And so we have to make sure that that fund, which is about supporting Black-led organizations, is here. And so it was a no-brainer for me to make sure that we entered into this partnership. And thanks to the leadership of our legislature, it's seeded with a $3.5 million grant from the state. Yes, that's worth applauding. But it's just the beginning of ways that we're going to work together with the work that CCF does. We have an effort in our own organization the Black Empowerment Fund that our staff here, who I see throughout, have been leading. And together, we're going to create a powerhouse of supporting Black-led organizations in Southern California. So the reason why I decided to move from a private foundation where I don't have to fundraise to a community foundation where I do have to fundraise is because CCF does this. It convenes the community. It convenes donors. It convenes community-led organizations. It convenes our elected officials. It convenes others in philanthropy. When you look around, this is a cross-section of Black leadership in LA. But more importantly, it's a reflection of leadership in LA, period. This is what leadership in LA looks like, everyone in this room, in philanthropy, in business. I mean, we have the head of Metro here. I took your train to get here today. We have leaders from throughout doing powerful things. And what CCF is about convening our community to lead the civic agenda in housing and healthcare and education and income inequality. But I want to make one thing very clear tonight. For me and for CCF, the Black agenda is the civic agenda. We end homelessness by ending homelessness in the Black community. We get rid of the income inequality when we close it in the Black community. Every issue that we are engaged in, that we're committed to, the Black community is at the center of. And so we're here today to make that clear, that that's what CCF is about.